Good afternoon, good morning, whichever it is where you're at. I'm going to go over kitchen design in this video, and I'm going to start with casework. This is my kitchen area right here, and I am going to place some casework, and I'm going to start with placing the casework that's going to hold my kitchen sink. A lot of times things will kind of hinge off of a certain component in your kitchen. In this case, it's going to hinge off the kitchen sink because I want a kitchen sink on this wall so I can have a window right by the kitchen sink. And then, of course, probably some of the more secondary things to that would be my stove and refrigerator. And then once I place those, and even the dishwasher, once I place those, then I can start adding some of the filler cabinets that would fill in the empty spaces. So I don't really want to go around just adding cabinets and then working with that. I want to place certain components in specific locations. And of course, we'll talk about the work triangle that we have in the kitchens as well. So let's get started. I'm going to go to architecture, and I'm going to click on component. I'm going to click on load model, and I'm going to navigate up a couple of folders, and I'm going to my casework and base cabinets, and the kitchen stuff is all up here at the top half, and I want to find one that there's one. No, that's something I must have modified there. See, 2 drawer, and of course you're not going to use a kitchen sink in this one with the drawers on it. Here is a sink unit, a base cabinet double door sink unit, the most common type of sink unit that you're going to use. Of course, you can use one of these angled ones as well. That's actually in my house that I live in right now, has an angled one with the kitchen sink in it. It's up to you. But this is the most common. And so that one's got drawers. Okay, here we go. The sink unit. And I think they even have one in here that's got a sink and everything already in it. No, maybe not. They used to have one. But anyway, let's go with this sink unit right here. It's got 2 doors, no drawers. All right, and once I select on it, again, I can go over here and select between the different size options. It defaults on 30 inches. You might want something much larger than that. I typically tend to go with a 36 or larger. I might even need to go larger than that. I'm going to actually try a 42. I'm just going to navigate over here and see how that looks. Yeah, 42 is going to be good. Okay, so this is my where my kitchen sink is going to be. Now, before I place them, I'm going to kind of think about where some other things are going to go. Do I have room to the right or left to put a dishwasher? I do to the right and the left, really. So I am going to think I'm going to go right here with the middle, right in the middle of the wall. Okay. And then, of course, this window, which, again, that's kind of a placeholder window that I have selected there. I've got to do some editing to that. I've got to make it shorter because right now, if you were to look in the window, you'd be able to see the backs of the cabinets and things. So that's just sort of a placeholder right now. So that's where my sink is going to go. Next, I want to place my dishwasher. I'm going to imagine to be right here. My refrigerator. Where should I put my refrigerator? I can put my stove. I think the next thing I want to consider is my stove. So I'm going to go to component. I'm going to go to load family, and I'm going to navigate up, and again, and I'm going to go to where is it at? I forget. It's not under electrical, furniture, railings, specialty equipment. That's where it's at. Specialty equipment. I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to go to domestic, and you have high end and mid range products in there. You even have kitchenettes, medium and a small. That's for really small kitchens. I'm going to go to mid range, and I am going to look for an electric range. Here's a range, electric range gas. So again, these don't necessarily represent the actual product that's going to go into the home, but it does kind of hold a place for that. So range wise, we got our sink here. And let's see, let's put our range right in this area. Okay, and then I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to go to components again. This time I'm going to load a refrigerator. Range, oven, dryer, cooktop, refrigerator. Okay, I've got two to choose from here. One's, side by side. One is the refrigerator over the freezer. And I think we're going to sort of put that right in here. And your refrigerators, you can leave them spaced off the wall a little bit because there's like some, they have to have space to breathe. Okay, back behind it. That's where they have some vents and things. All right, now I'm going to kind of test my work triangle. I'm just going to use my measure tool. It's right here up in the top in the quick access toolbar. It looks like a ruler. Okay, so here's my sink. So from the front of my sink to the refrigerator is 7 feet. Okay, if I were to have everything in here 7 feet to everything, if 7 feet is my max, then I know I'm not going to go over 21 or 22. I think textbook wise, I think the distance is 26 inches, or not inches, or 26 total feet. Okay, when I'm saying that, I'm talking about the total triangle. As a matter of fact, so that you can understand this better, let's go ahead and draw a triangle. So I'm going to go to annotate and detail line. I'm going to draw from here to the sink, to the stove, and then back to the fridge. Oh yeah, I also have my dishwasher. So I really need to kind of include that maybe in there. So dishwasher is going to be right here. Lost my line tool, detail line. Okay, and then you got the front of your sink. Not exactly a triangle, but it gets the work done. Actually, to make it more of a triangle, I probably would rather, let's remove that line. Kind of go between the sink and the dishwasher. That keeps everything in perspective. All right, so that would be my work triangle. It looks like, its total distance. If I were to select all of it, I think it will give me the distance of all that. Kind of like I'm looking for something like you would see in AutoCAD. Properties. Oh, properties was already on. Let me turn that back on. I just turned it off. Okay, and it does not give me a distance. Okay, so I would really just have to measure those. Let's use the measure tool. Okay, so we got 8 feet right there, 8 feet 7 inches. So we'll just say 8.5. And then here we got 4 feet 4 inches, and then from here we've got 6. So 6, 8.5, and about 4, and that would come up to, calculator, 6 plus 8.5 plus 4 equals, so 18.5. I could still even go a little bit further out. Of course, I don't want to get any leg longer than 9 feet, I think it is. But you can look that up again. You'll get different opinions on what is a good work triangle, and some you might like, some you might not. But I'm within a good range there, so I'm good. All right, now I'm going to put my dishwasher in here. Go back to architecture, components, and dishwasher. And this is it's an under counter, but there's no cabinetry that kind of surrounds it. It basically is just going to have a cabinet top over the top of it, which is what most of them are anyway. Used to in the old days, it was like a piece of cabinetry that was actually designed to hold a dishwasher. And you can actually leave it sticking out just a little bit because they do not go all the way back to the wall. Okay, so now from here, what I can do is start putting in other casework items to complete my kitchen cabinets wherever and however I want to do that. All right, I'm just going to show you some of the casework things that you can use. I'm not going to actually take you through every step of designing it. But we're going to go back to the casework folder. Base cabinets. Okay, so again, you got different base cabinets. You got a 2-bin 4-drawer. Built in, well, that's the one that's built for a dishwasher, but you'll never use it. Angle for going around corners. I'll probably put one of those right here in this corner. And that's actually an angle modified. I'll probably just use this one. 2-drawer and 2-door. I'll probably use some of those. I probably won't use another one of these because I've already got a sink. This is a filler unit, so if you need to fill some spaces. Single door. So what you do is you just kind of go around placing these cabinets in the way that you like, and then taking some of these smaller ones like this little narrow one here, and then the filler, and filling in some of the spots that you weren't able to get to. All of the sizes of these cabinets are based on what they would typically sell in a contractor supply warehouse. So what I'll do is I'll come back and show you my finished product. Okay, so I'll pause for now, and then the next time you see this, you'll just see my finished product. All right, this is my finished product on the kitchen. As you see, I've got a sink in there. I've got all my appliances that I placed earlier. I have all of my casework, including my base cabinets and my upper wall cabinets. And you can see here the base cabinets where the outline is highlighted, and then the upper wall cabinets right there that are over them. I also added an island, and I think I did this with two 42-inch base cabinets and a 48-inch base cabinet this way, and kind of fit it together as a sort of a triangular, well, it's not triangular, it's square, but you know, as a triform type of arrangement. And then I've got a table to eat at. This particular house does not have a formal dining room. It's a nice house. It probably should have a formal dining room, but that would actually consist of me doing some more editing to bring out some walls somewhere to make room for that dining room. Okay, so I'll show you what this also looks like in 3D view from like an interior perspective. Now, note that I still don't have countertops on any of my cabinets. I'll show you how to do that later. But to get a good inside 3D view of what something like this looks like, go up to the quick access toolbar and click on the camera tool, and you take that camera tool and you basically position it where you would want to stand and take a picture of it, and then draw it out. I would probably draw the extents all the way to the outside of the outer wall, and then there we go. We have a kitchen with cabinetry. You can adjust this box, this crop box that you're looking at, to get more of a wide angle perspective to see what's going on. Okay, so there's the master bedroom door. This is the door to the outside. This door right over here is the door coming in from the garage. And you see none of my cabinets have the countertops on them. You can see right down inside of them. And we can kind of hold our shift button and our mouse wheel down and kind of rotate it to get a better look around. But you can see how everything is. You definitely want to leave some space over the sink. You don't want to put wall cabinets right over the sink. It's a good place to bump your head while you're, washing dishes, doing chores, or whatever. This is a really neat little corner unit that I added on there. And, oops, okay, there we go. And, and then over here on this side, you can see a little bit better how I did my island. Let's add a little bit of color to this. Okay, now that's showing you some color. You can see how the window needs to be reduced in size. It's kind of coming down to where the top of the sink is right there. And, of course, the cabinet colors can be changed. I'll be showing you how to do some of that in the future. Not right now. Let's just go ahead and kind of get things in place where they go. Then we'll worry about those finite details later on. Let's see, one thing I do need to add over here above the stove is a microwave and a vent hood arrangement. Or actually, the microwave itself would be part of the vent hood. But I will put some really small cabinets right up above that to kind of fill that out some. And I'll do the same thing on the refrigerator. There are some shorter wall cabinets that are half the length of these that can fit right over things like the stove and the refrigerator and whatever else. But that's a kind of a good view of the inside. Let's see if we can zoom out. I guess we can't zoom out. We're just stuck with panning back and forth. So pretty cool, huh? So I wish you luck on that. Have any questions on your kitchen design, just let me know.